What's good, homies? Welcome back to Grim. It's time to revisit a favorite recent episode of Wife Swap where we saw an absolutely old school family of bikers that swap lives with a fitness influencer family. And in my first video that you should check out right after this if you haven't seen it, we cover the biker side of the family. And today we're going to react to the opposite, which might even be funnier than the first episode. In fact, no, it definitely is. This lady's crazy. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoy my Wife Swap videos, but let's get right on into it, shall we?
Oh, workout stuff. No idea what this is or what it's used for.
I'm pretty sure this lady's just playing dumb for the cameras, but she's gonna be much dumber throughout the episode than this, trust me.
I see some spinach, cheese, 100% vegan cheese.
Yeah, she finds out that this family is vegan, and needless to say, she loses her shit because she's one of those people who her whole personality, one aspect of it at least, is the fact that she eats meat. I do too, but you don't see me causing a ruckus every time I hear about veganism. I'm just like, okay, do what you want.
Vegan. Oh no, they don't eat meat.
As you can tell, obviously, she does not have that reaction. She thinks it's the end of the world and is probably thinking, how am I going to survive for a week? I can't eat this crap.
So you're big on the whole helping with the children.
Oh yeah, every day.
So yeah, this is their first interaction here. She's finally meeting the family, and she's starting off acting all sassy and disgusted, like, oh, so you're one of those dads who tries to help his children and be there for him, huh? Yeah, kind of weird. That's not how I run my house, or my husband runs our house, I should say. I don't do anything except for cook and stay in the kitchen. That's not me being misogynistic. No, that was me being the character that is this lady. Seriously, you're gonna hear nothing but that this episode, just how insanely old school she is when it comes to family roles.
I am the main child care.
Oh, okay.
And house cleaner and person in the kitchen.
Why does it look like she's about to cry talking about this? Like, she's so emotional and serious about her roles at the house. She doesn't even allow her husband in the kitchen, she says. If he needs something from there, she's gonna grab it, okay? And if she's not home, he's not allowed to have any snacks. Or at least that's how I imagine it.
Because that is a woman's place.
No.
So yeah, it took her about, I don't know, 20 seconds to start trying to indoctrinate these girls into being like, yep, women belong only there in that part of the house, okay? And daddy gets the rest of the house. But he's not allowed in this part because that's the woman area only. Also, I need to harken back to the first episode. Again, go watch that after this if you haven't. But this lady fully admits that the food she cooks at home is bullshit. She pretty much heats up like random fried foods that are already fried by some other company and stuck in your freezer. She heats those up in the microwave, like fish sticks and things like that. And she's acting like she's God's gift to culinary arts. It's insane to me.
And what was your deciding factor?
My wife asked me to.
His wife asked him to.
So when she finds out that this guy only went vegan because, oh my God, his wife, who's a fitness influencer, asked him to do it, and he realized it would be easier for her to commit to veganism if he did it too, she loses her shit. She really thinks that's insane when I'm going to reverse the scenario here. Of course, this would never happen, so that's probably why she can't fathom this, but if her husband told her that they were going vegan or changing their diet, you know she'd be subservient to it and do it right away for even less positive reasons than this dude did it. She's so judgmental already, but it's just coming from such a place of utter stupidity, and it's already hurting my brain. So now the first task they have this lady do is film these exercise videos, which I can't talk any shit. She's giving it her all, honestly. She's having to do burpees and things like that. It's just reminding me of middle school PE, where I'm just like so lousy at all this stuff and so embarrassed, and she's having to do it in front of multiple cameras for both their YouTube channel and this show. So for all the talking I'm gonna do in this episode, I will say she at least tries her best with this and has a good attitude about it, even if she's not that fit. But here's where I really think this episode knew that this lady was gonna be funny as hell. Not on purpose, of course, but I feel like this is them messing with her because they have the family's producer friend, music producer, right? He's coming over to their house and they need her to record a song, which to me just feels like they're setting this lady up 1000%. I don't know about you, but who in their right mind would want new wife to do this when you know she's gonna have no rhythm, no sense of pitch or anything? This is gonna be horrendous.
Not knowing what to find.
And the producer's absolutely stressing. This dude's faces are cracking me up. But I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty into music production myself, and look, it don't matter how bad that tracked vocal is, okay? You can do magic with auto-tune and all these other filters. There is saving that, all right? Trust me, there's pop stars out there that sound even shittier than this lady at singing. But God, was that awful. It's gonna definitely take a lot of work, though, and will maybe be 1% of her actual singing if you were to turn it into a good track. The rest would be filters and EQs and all that stuff.
The chef is here. Vegan mac and cheese. No dairy, no none. Try it.
And that's right. While she's working in the studio, the dad whips up a meal, which to her is the most foreign idea of all time. Not only that, it's an all-vegan meal. So I'm sure this level-headed lady is going to react totally good to this, right? I mean, she's going to be normal. She's not going to take it any weird places or be too judgmental, all right? I don't see that in her. She seems very open-minded.
Not gonna lie, I've never ate a man's cooking before.
So her first reaction is like, I've actually literally never made a meal that was made by a man's hand, which I find hard to believe. That's obviously her just being really extra and lying, but maybe that's the truth in her current relationship. This guy Tombstone that she's married to has never cooked. I would believe that. But the best part is the producer's face again. He's like blurry in the background, but he's so emotive. Okay, he's just like, what the hell? And he even looks at his buddy who asked him to be on this show, and he's like, dude, what sort of weird shit are you guys filming? Like, you got this totally crazy old school ass lady in front of me. Oh my god, like you can just tell how much he's trying to hold back laughter, and that makes this moment 1,000 times funnier. Like that little glance right there, he's like, bro, you owe me for doing this right now. Like, yeah, it's cool you're getting me on TV too, but I really am feeling awkward in front of this lady.
It's extremely weird.
Okay, hot dog time.
Dude, he can't even look her direction. He deadass can't even look at her eating this vegan hot dog because he's gonna lose his shit. This is unironically the hardest I've laughed on the channel in a while because this dude is just cracking me up. How is this not a meme already? Like, I guess you have to know the context of the episode, but he's just judging so hard.
Oh god, gross. It's dry.
And she's throwing her little hissy fit about how gross it is. Oh god, like, okay, I've tried some vegan stuff that is a little rough, but when you have good vegan cooking, which I'm sure this guy has picked it up, it's been like a year they've been doing it or whatever, it's hard to distinguish sometimes. I mean, obviously meat focused dishes, yeah, I get it, but she's being so extra right now. Yep, that's right. You hear that? If you cook, clean, or take care of your children or family in general, you are not a man. That is the most insanely idiotic statement. Like, I'm not even laughing at it at this point. That's just sad that she thinks that. Okay, that is absolutely atrocious. She thinks that's what a man is somebody who doesn't give a shit about his family and can't contribute to his family at all, besides monetary value that he makes it his job. What a bozo.
Wanna help me clean up the kitchen?
I'll clean it up.
You'll clean it up? You
Yes.
can help me clean it up.
So now she's getting perturbed because he's spending too much time in the lady space, aka the kitchen. Again, that's her rules, not mine. I got to keep clarifying that in case you're scrubbing forward and thinking, whoa, Grimm's really misogynistic all of a sudden. Nope, that's this lady doing team damage to her own side, all right? Let's get that straight. But yeah, this really pisses this lady off to the point where she kind of starts to spiral out into wanting to fight with this guy as he's just simply helping her collect the plates from dinner and wash them. As crazy as that sounds.
I don't engage in arguments.
I have to argue that.
And ultimately, in the end, this guy is honestly very emotionally mature. He's just like, I don't want to fight with you on this. So, all right, you can have the kitchen, whatever. Like, you're kind of supposed to be living by our rules, but I don't care. If you're going to be this psycho about it, you do you, boo.
The meaning pussification of America, that stems from.
Whoa, okay, yo. So he simply gives in to her because he doesn't feel like, having a fight with this total trailer park Tammy. Absolutely crazy decision. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? But she turns that around and is like, the pussification of America is in full force, as you can see here. This guy agreed with me. This guy chose to not fight with me and belittle me, which means that he's an absolute pussy. Like, she is absolutely psycho. I know I throw that word around a lot, but I mean it here.
They don't stand up for what they believe in because no one knows how to debate anymore.
So finally, it's time for the rule changes. And yeah, this lady's rule change is basically man no in kitchen, man no take care of children. And even the daughters are not having it. Like, it's really cute, actually. This family is super adorable. And the kid is like, no, my dad's still going to be my dad. Like, what are you trying to say? She's literally saying, don't take care of the kids anymore. I will, which we all know that she's just a stellar mother compared to this guy who, as we've seen the whole episode, is trying to make awesome meals for his kids and be there for them, and that's somehow pissing this lady off.
It's just like, if you're thirsty, I don't want to wait. That's
You won't
extra
wait?
steps involved.
And already it starts to rub this dude the wrong way because he can't even go get his own water. She's like, here's your water. That's right. That's what you need to do is accept water from the lady because the man doesn't have to go pour the water. And he's like, if I'm thirsty and it's the middle of the night or like I just don't want to bother you, what's the point in me not getting the water? Like she is so strict with this. I gotta be honest, it feels like it's bordering on being a slightly freaky thing between her and her husband. You know what I mean? Like maybe they enjoy this power dynamic and her being so completely subservient to him. I gotta kind of dance around the way I'm saying this, but you catch my drift here. And this guy doesn't want any of it. But yeah, regardless, this lady spends the rest of her time just feeling so proud of herself as she walks around in her crazy fits, doing all the housework. But I also feel like it's not even up to par to what the guy does because it's not like she's coming into a messy house. This is one of the most put together houses we've seen. This family seems very functional. The, athletic vlogging family that she has swapped with here, not the bikers. But yeah, that's pretty much the rest of the episode, besides this weird scene where the guy gets so frustrated he has to go take his anger out outside and do something productive, so he goes to practice some basketball, and she goes out and brings him another glass of water as, I don't know, a display of her servitude.
Usually I come out here, my water would have saved you a trip.
No, you wouldn't have.
Why?
Because I would have come out here to replenish you.
And he just looks away. He's so over it at this point, dude. He's not even gonna give in to her stupid ass line there. And she walks off and does her little strut here, acting like she did something with that statement. You didn't save me a trip because I still would have come out and replenished you. Like, okay, all right, Missy. Well, that about does it for the episode. I would show you the point where they go back to each other and they have the round table, but I showed that in the last episode I did on these two. And as we all know from that video, spoiler alert if you still haven't seen it, the motorcycle couple gets divorced shortly after this show, and there's all this drama. You can find it in that other video, but that's why there's no point in even showing this, because clearly they were not meant to be, even though they were so perfect and subservient, or she was so subservient and he was so lazy, I guess. If you made it to the end, comment Grim Squad for life, and I'll catch you in the next video, and until next time, peace out.